Hi, welcome in everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining. Welcome to Doodle on Discord. My name is Corp, if you haven't been already. And today what we're going to do is two things. One is we're going to do a little drawing together. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. And then at the end of that, we'll do a little bit of an NFT giveaway as well. So, yeah, welcome in. I should probably just introduce my comrade as well, who you can see just there. I think he's still got that PFP over in X, which I'm bitterly disappointed about. But yeah, Joff is in as well. So welcome in, Joff. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, GM. Everyone.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Joff. So anybody's got any questions, just go and throw them in the chat. It doesn't really matter where you're watching from, whether that's YouTube, X, Facebook. What's the others? I always forget this. YouTube, X, Facebook,
Abstract.
Discords, Abstract as well. I didn't forget Abstract, I promise. Yeah, wherever you're watching from, just go and throw any questions you've got or any issues you've got or anything you want to know in the chats there, and Joff's around to kind of pick them up and bring those questions to the table. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for joining. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some drawing, and the drawing is going to be dead simple, very quick, step-by-step drawing lesson. I'll show you step-by-step how to draw something. We're going to draw KorpDog today, amazingly. I'll show you how to draw that, and then just copy what I'm doing. Okay, for the first like 20 minutes, just copy what I'm doing line for line. It'll be really dead easy. By the end of it, you'll get bored with listening to me. You'll kind of just want to go and do your own thing. So by all means, go and do your own thing. Add your own little flavour to it. And yeah, that's what we're going to do with the drawing. Okay, so nice and easy. Let's say hello to a few people. So wherever you're watching from, we've got how many people have we got watching now? We've got 27 odd people. It's gone down. It was 30 people watching the opening screen. It's gone down to 27 since since I've come on screen, which is never a good sign. But yeah, do me a favour. If you're in wherever you're watching from, if you're in the chat, just at the very least, say hi. Let me know what your real name is or what you want to be called, and where you're watching from. I always love to see where people are watching from because we genuinely have got quite a global audience here. Right, let me just open up the chat in Discord as well so I can see that. Oops. There it is. Yeah, who's in? So obviously Joff's in the chat everywhere. Tash is in. Hi Tash, thank you very much for joining. Tash is Australia. So what is this? Pretty early in the morning for you. Not as early as usual though. Tracy's in. Hi Tracy. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, Tracy. Rebecca is on YouTube. Everyone's on YouTube today by the looks of it. Hi Rebecca. Thanks for joining. Mika's in as well. Hi Mika and Wendy, I believe that is Julish. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Let's get straight into our drawing session, shall we? I'll show you what we're going to need for today's session. So there you go. Let me just let me squeeze that in a little bit better. You're gonna. These are your materials. I love keeping this dead simple. Really, really accessible. And what I mean by that is I want anybody to be able to take part. So all you've got to do, go raid a drawer for some spare pens, and go and raid the business photocopier for some paper. Yeah, stealing paper from work, your drawing's always going to be better if you steal the paper from work. So go and do that. Unless you're self-employed, that'd be different. Who else in? Kitty's just dropped in as well. Hi Kitty, hope you're doing well, mate. Good afternoon. These are the materials that you're going to use. We will need a pencil today. I know normally pencils are for losers, but we are going to use a pencil today for a little bit of just a couple of little guidelines to help us along the way. So have a pencil handy, then you'll want a fat pen and a thin pen. That's my usual combo. The fat pen being like a Sharpie, thin pen being like a fine liner. I've gone for a 0.5, but any kind of thinner pen, just in case we want to throw in a few little details afterwards. Okay, there's your sheet of paper. Let's go and do it. I should probably explain as well. One of the things you're going to learn today are one is very much about kind of learning to enjoy the process of drawing, not the finished result. So nobody knows at this stage what we're going to draw. If I'm honest with you, if I'm perfectly honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like either. So it's a bit of a leap of faith. It's always better to have to whatever ideas you've got of drawing in your head, not to be too tied to those ideas, because getting it out of your system and onto a bit of paper is always quite challenging. So don't get tied to what's in your head. Just go on a journey and enjoy whatever comes out on your piece of paper. Okay, so who else is in? Aid's just dropped in. Hi Aid. I've spent an hour and a half, maybe nearly 2 hours, probably 4 hours over the last 2 days on age training. I'm ready to doodle, so it's going to be good. With the other way around now, it's me showing you how to do something. So I'm glad you've joined in, mate, from Peterborough in the UK, the centre of the world. Who else in? Stephen from Denmark. Nice one. Thanks, Stephen. Always good to see new names jumping in as well. Do me a favour. If you're, as well as just coming in and telling us where you're from, can you also just do, the usual kind of social media stuff? If you see a like button or a heart, just get and tap on it a few times. If you see a tip button, send a tip. That's always handy for us to keep on running. If you see a share button or like a little paper airplane or something like that, go and share it around. We do this every single week, this time every week. And the only way of spreading the news is by you guys spreading the news for us. So please go and do that as much as possible. Okay, let's start drawing. I've been rabbiting on too much for this. Let's go and make some marks on this piece of paper, shall we? What we're going to draw. Sorry, what we're going to draw and what you're going to learn. What you're going to draw is we're going to draw a dog coming out of a hole with a worm in a hole coming out of its head. I think that's what we're going to try and draw today. So we're going to draw a KorpDog. You're going to learn loads about like wonky lines, flicking off, that kind of stuff, basic shapes to help you with your drawing. Okay, so grab your pencil first. Okay, pencil first. Let's go and put in our guidelines. So for our dog, what we're going to do is we're going to put in like an M shape, a big, massive capital M, but have like a little bit, in the middle. If you know what I mean. So down here, let's go up, down, bit in the middle, up, down. Can you see that? I'm going to go a little bit darker so that you can see that properly. But obviously when you're doing this with your pencil, you don't want to go quite as dark. You want to go just dark enough so that you can see roughly where you're going. I'm going dark enough so that you can see it all on camera. If anybody can't see this properly on camera, just blame Adrian Salisbury in the chat. It's these are the cameras that he suggested to me. I've probably not got it to the right settings, but you should be. You can see that, can't you? Right, what we're going to do next? Right, let's work our way down this head. First thing we're going to do a little kind of circle but flat. Let's call it a sphere, oval. I don't know. What's the difference between an oval and a sphere? Bonus points if anybody can tell us that. Up here, look. Let's put in with our pencil a little kind of sphere shape. Just roughly throw something in. That's the hole that the worm in the head is going to be coming out from. Volts, thanks for dropping in and saying hi, even if you can't draw. That's no biggie. Appreciate you doing that, mate. Silent Thax, I can see Silent Thax knocking around as well. Hi, Silent Thax. Artsy Natty's in as well. What else we got to put in here? We don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Should we put a happy sausage in? Let's go and stick a happy sausage in, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so leave a little bit of space between this hole that you've just put at the top. Leave a bit of space because we're going to put some facial furniture in. So yeah, leave a space and then put in a happy sausage. I call it a happy sausage because it looks like this. It's going to go like that all the way around, and then like that all the way around. It's a sausage shape, but it's curling up either end for a happy sausage. I love the fact that chat is kind of taking off a little bit, discussing what an oval is. It's the kind of important stuff that we do here. A sphere is 3D. Okay, so it's not a sphere then. A flat oval. Yeah, let's go for a flat oval. It's kind of like a flat circle, isn't it? Whatever. Just put that kind of a shape in there. That's all you're going to need your pencil for. Get rid of your pencil. Pencils, as we all know, are for losers, so get rid of your pencil. We don't need a pencil. Let's go and get in our Sharpie next. So what we're going to do, so I should probably point out, when I say pencils are for losers, what I mean by that is don't overuse your pencil. Don't use it when you don't really need to use it. See so many people kind of doing loads and loads of little details with the pencil, just shifting it over and backwards, like little millimeters, and taking hours to do it, and then they go with that black line and just go over the top of it anyway. And I'm like, just practice getting it right first time with your black pen. You might make a few more mistakes along the way, but you'll definitely get better quicker. So definitely worth doing that. Okay, are we ready for this then? Let's go and put in, what are we putting in first? Let's go and put in the worm. So I will zoom in a little bit. This is as far as I can zoom in today. Aid, you don't need to tell me about this. I know what I'm doing. I'm just not set up. That's as much as we can zoom in. Let's go in here. We're going to start off. You see that flat circle, I think we decided to call it. We're going to start on the bottom of that flat circle, all the way out here, and then back down again. Make it like a snooker ball in a sock. So from up there, fat, and then a bit thinner. See, mine's kind of leaning just over to the side a little bit. There's our first line, flirkle. A flat circle, a flirkle. Brilliant. So good, I'm going to write it down. Flirkle. I did once have a dictionary of words that we'd made up in the Corp Academy. Dewlaps was one of my favourites, and flirkle's definitely going in that dictionary. Okay, now when it comes to drawing with Sharpie pens, my top technique is double lining everything you do. Those of you that have been in the sessions lots will know that we double line every single thing we do. And double lining doesn't mean making it twice as thick, it means making it twice as wonky, because wonky lines are, number one, easier to draw, and number two, they just look better anyway. So let's go over that line again, but remember we're making it wonky, okay? We're not making it fat, we're just making it a bit wonky. So you're going to have some fat bits, some thin bits in those lines. See how I've gone a bit fat over there, a little bit thin around the side. That's exactly what we need, okay? Now what we can do is get down the bottom again. Let's go and put in the rest of that flirkle. So the only bit of the flirkle we're not going to draw is the little bit that goes behind the worm. So like this, it's like a capital C falling on its back. Starting from there, just ticking off those two bits around the front and all the way around the back right there. Don't forget to double line it. Nice and wonky with your double lining there. It is not Batman. How are you seeing Batman? Oh, okay, because of the ears. Yeah, okay. I get you. If anybody's got any recommendations or any suggestions on what they want to draw next week, just find us on X. Go to KorpDog's NFT on X and suggest me some things that you want to draw next week. Nothing too complicated, because it's taken us 15 minutes to draw a worm coming out of a hole. So yeah, nothing too complicated. Otherwise, we'll be here forever. Right, next thing we're going to do. You see that top curve? That top curve just there. We're just going to bring that top curve down a little bit and colour in what's underneath. So just bringing it down a little bit, colouring it in just there. Like that. You're just seeing a little bit of the rim. That's like that white bit there is just showing you how thick the dog's skull is. Okay. Tracy Doodle said it's Bat Dog. I'd love it if somebody could turn it into Bat Dog. Like I was saying earlier on, you know, when don't have your idea in your head of what you want to draw, just start drawing and then see what happens. So if your drawing is starting to look more like a Bat Dog, then just go down that route of Bat Dog. You won't be disappointed that way. Let's go and put in some curves on this worm. We're going to make this worm look a bit fatter, a bit rounder, and so we're going to put in some like little curves. Go in there, look. Let's put in one just there. Move down a little bit. Let's put two together. Don't forget double lining every single time as you go around that. We'll come back to that with some thinner lines a little bit later, okay? Okay, step one done. Let's quickly move on to step two. We're going to go and do the inner ears now. So just think of like an L shape. An L shape, but in the corner, we're going to do a little double bounce in the corner. Okay, so here is our L shape. We're going to use this inner ears as well, remember. So just come down from there to about that point. So you're inside that pencil line. Then you're going to do your double bounce. 1, 2, and then a little flick off to the side. That technique, that bit across the top, that bit down there, flicking off, what that does is it gives you a nice tapered end to your line. It's going to look a lot more professional. If you're struggling to flick off though and getting that thin, sharp end to your line, just dot and dash it. That will give you the same kind of effect. But just try and flick off. If not, little dots and dashes like that will work a treat. Let's double line that. So you're flicking off. You don't want to double line your flicking off. You just want to double line the fat wonky bits of your line, the middle part of your line. Okay, inner ear, that was nice and easy. Yeah, let's go and do something similar over on the other side. So you remember we came down here, we did a double bounce, and then we flicked off to the side. Easy as that. It doesn't matter that they're not exactly the same on both sides. Not to me anyway. There we go, double bounce, flick off. Oh, sorry, Tash. Somebody woke up Tash's kids. She's off. Fun is over. Time to start parenting. Yeah, Tracy, that's right. Get them to join in. It's a nice, easy, innocent one today. Nothing weird, nothing scary. So, yeah, they could join in today. Okay, that's all we're going to do on the ears, I think. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to do on the ears. Let's go and work on the eyes next. So, eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to do for each eye is going to be a capital L, a big D, and then a couple of flick offs. Okay, so just 3 stages to each eye. Capital L, let's go and do that first. Now, when we do this capital L, we're going to flick off on both ends. So we've got one over here, look. Flick, up there, flick. Same kind of thing over on the other side, look. Little flick up, little flick across. Don't forget, if you can't flick, you dot and dash. Dot and dashes are just a nice little way of putting in like a little crease, but without having to do the finesse of a flick off line. Don't forget to double wonk this up. Nice and wonky. Sometimes it's worth just seeing how fat you can get away with or how wonky you can get away with. Joff is telling Tash that this is school. Send your kids to school. This is school. This is an education. This is not your typical like art anatomy class. I'm not going to teach you anything that a school will teach you. These are all my own tactics for drawing. Everyone got that in. We've got our L's in. Now we're going to go stick. Everybody's going to stick a big D in. So let's go and put some big D's in. What you don't want to do, you don't want to go right to the edge of these L lines. You just want to bring it in a little bit. So just here, look. There's a big D. Big D kind of falling on its front. You know what I mean? So go and put that in. Don't forget double line. Now, also, when you're double lining, there's a little bit of strategy involved. So most of your double lining is going to be random. Most of your double lining is going to be random. However, some of your double lining is going to be strategic, and the strategic double lining is like with the intersection. So where these D's kind of join into that L shape, in like a junction, a T junction like that, that's an intersection. Those bits, that's where the shadows live. So we make the line a little bit thicker in there. It's probably only like 1/4 of a millimetre, 1/2 millimetre thicker, but just try and make those bits just a little bit thicker. It will hold your artwork together. It's where the shadows live. So it always looks better if you make those bits a little bit thicker. Now, I appreciate that everybody's drawing, or hopefully everybody's drawing, but yeah, just go and tap those like buttons. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the notifications bell so that you get notified for next week's lesson as well. If you're watching on X, on mobile, you can tap the notifications bell for our live feeds. So yeah, go and do that as well. That would be awesome. Right, last stage on the eyes. Let's flick off a few times. We're going to do some big flick offs from the middle and some little flick offs from the sides. So big flick offs from the middle. Just follow the eye round, flick it off. Follow the eye round, flick it off. Again, can't flick off. Dot and dash. Look, just put some little dots on the end of that line. Just curve it around. It's following the eye. On the outside there, maybe just some little flicks. Little tiny flicks. Nice work, Joff. Joff's already dropping his artwork. So I should probably point out, if you're watching in Discord, you can drop your artwork into the Discord server. Joff, we also need to consider with the giveaway how we're doing that today. Is it just going to be people in the Discord that we're going to do the giveaway for, or do we need to yeah, go on.
Yeah, I thought about it. I think I'm scanning all of the chats. So I've got, other than Facebook, yeah, we don't like Mark Zuckerberg. So.
There you go.
Everyone else, although Elon, yeah, let's not get into this anyway. Go in the chat.
Beautiful. Nice segue into politics there, Joff. Thanks.
Yeah.
If anybody's got any views on politics, on Elon,
this is why I keep myself muted.
Zuckerberg, yeah. That's why Joff's in the background, where he belongs. But yeah, so my top tip there, if you're watching on Facebook, quickly whip yourself over to Abstract Whip yourself over to Facebook, not Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, go to Abstract or YouTube, or even better still, jump in the Discord. If you don't know how to get there, just type a message in the chat. Joff will be with you with a link. Nice work, Tracy. That's looking good. Let me just quickly just bring in what Tracy's just done. There we go. There's Tracy's. Nice strong start. Absolutely perfect. Nice wonky lines. Do you want to see Joff's as well? Let's just drop in Joff's. And there's Joff's. Absolutely perfect, mate. Probably could have done a little bit better with your flicking off going up, but that's okay. It's pretty good. And a fat worm. There you go. So Joff's got a fat worm on his doodle. Let's get back into it then, shall we? And finish off. What are we on to next? We're halfway through. Let's go and quickly put a nose in. The nose is going to be 1 circle, 2 flick offs. Okay. We're going to put the nose right in here, controversially. Go and put in a circle. Flatten the circle a little bit. Let's call it an oval again. Go and put in that circle. I'm going to double line it, even though I'm going to colour it in a little while. Then we're going to flick off from the top. Flick off either side and just kind of curve it down just a little tiny bit. So flick off either side. Just curve it down a little tiny bit. And there we go, a nice little looking nose. A little bit below that. Oh, no, let's stick with the nose. Let's go and put a reflection in it. So you're going to, over here, look, just go and put a circle in there, colour the rest in black. How easy was that? We've just drawn a very realistic dog nose. And we've made it look healthy and wet with that great big reflection. Thanks for all the tips on abstracts. I should probably point out as well, if you're watching on abstract, you can support us. You can support us by throwing in tips. And I think as well at some stage we will kind of look at other platforms for throwing in tips. So if you're enjoying the doodle sessions, you want to see them continue, then you can just throw some tips our way. But yeah, thank you very much. We're pushing 50 people. We're pushing 50 people watching on the socials. So let's keep it going. Share it around as much as you can, please, everybody. Steve Weiss, thank you very much for joining in. I wonder if the Pigmographic 2 is pretty much the size of your Sharpie. Pigmographic 2. Is that a chisel tip? That's a chisel tip, isn't it? I don't know, mate. I use a Pigmographic 1. Okay. Sorry, guys. We've got a nerd question coming out. Pen nerd question. I got Pigmographic 1. And it's about that thick. So it's a little bit thinner. So Pigmographic 2, if that is a normal pen, yeah, I think you're good with a Sharpie. It's comparable. The only problem is a Pigmographic 2 is a little bit more expensive. Hey, Zoe's in as well. Hi, Zoe. How you doing, mate? Sharpie paint pens. No, I'm kind of tied to Posca for a little while. I'm waiting on Posca to tell me whether they're going to send me any new pens for free. And if they don't, then I'll be trying the Sharpie paint pens. Are they any good, mate? Is probably what I should have asked. Let me know. And Zoe's watching on Facebook, mate, get on YouTube. If you want to win an NFT, if NFT is your thing, you want to win an NFT, get on YouTube or get on the Discord and your name will be in the draw. Let's carry on with this, shall we? Let's go and put in our dog mouth. Dog mouth. We've got that happy sausage. We're just going to outline that happy sausage. Whoa. So I was outlining my happy sausage until I got to this bit and I just missed the pencil line completely. I probably would suggest, when stuff happens like that, don't get disheartened and think, right, that's it, screw it up, put it in the bin. Actually, I think we can get away with that. We'll make it a little feature. So let's go around it again because we like those double wonky lines. Look at that, nice and wonky all over the place, fat bits, thin bits. The other good thing about wonky lines is you can hide mistakes behind them later just by making a line a little bit fatter. So if you make little tiny mistakes, they can be hidden behind these wonky lines. Your Sharpie says fine point. Is that good? I don't know. Yeah, they all say fine point. The fat ones, fat Sharpie. Unless you've got twin tip Sharpie. I'm looking at you, Aid. Aid's got a twin tip Sharpie because he's doing all right. He can afford 2 pens in one. The rest of us, just grab whatever pens you've got. Right, before we get inside this mouth, let's just do a little bit of stuff on the outside of this mouth. First of all, we're going to put 2 little curves on the outside because his mouth is really stretched open wide. So we're just going to flick a little line there. Double-ended flick off, also known as a floater. Let's do that. Try and keep it inside the pencil line if you can. If it doesn't stay inside the pencil line, just make sure where you start and where you finish is definitely inside the pencil line. Okay, we're going to join this, make it look a lot more like a dog's mouth, because obviously it looks like a dog's mouth. But we're going to make it look more like a dog's mouth by joining it up. Little line there, look. Instantly, that looks so much more dog-like. It's little things like that that are going to make all the difference. Then what we'll do is we're going to just smooth off those lines a little bit. So you see this line that we've got coming up here. It's got quite a sharp angle going into the nose, going into the mouth. So let's just smooth that. Only gently. Not too much. But just gently. Have it looking a little bit more organic the way it joins in there. Do you want to throw in some whiskers? I tend to throw in whiskers just using 3 dots. So let's go and do that whilst we're in that area and we're concentrating on stuff that's on the outside of the mouth. Throw in those little whiskers. Zoe says the paint markers are really good. Sharpie paint pens are really good. It's a thing. My problem is, so I run a session in the Korp Academy. So those of you that don't know, I run the Korp Academy. I teach people to draw with marker pens. Inside the Korp Academy, we've got 3 lessons. We've got Colour Club, which is alcohol markers. We've got Doodle Club, which is black pens, Sharpies. And we've got Posca Club, which is obviously Posca pens. If I go away from Poscas, I'm going to have to call it something else. Has anybody got any ideas on what it could be called? That's not, Paint Marker Club? Yeah, it could work. I'm not sure. But if you've got any ideas, also, whilst I'm scouting for ideas, this session is called Doodle on Discord. And it's been called Doodle on Discord since we started it about 6 months ago. We've done about 20-25 sessions of this now. And I'm not entirely sure Doodle on Discord is the right name for it. So let me know if you can think of any other names that would better suit an event that is, number one, a live, step-by-step, easy-to-follow drawing lesson. And number 2 is an NFT giveaway for whoever's been drawing with us. Then, again, throw it in the chat. Let us know on KorpDog's NFT what you think it should be called. Okay, let's stop talking about that. Where we're getting in, we're half an hour in. Let's go and put some teeth in. So we're going to try and make the teeth symmetrical. So we're going to start in the middle and work our way out. Okay, same at the bottom as well. Start in the middle, work your way out. I'm just going to do a bouncy line, keep it nice and simple. If you want to do something that you can see, that you can, add your own flavour, your own style to the drawings, to the teeth, then go and do that. It's really, this is an opportunity for you to kind of just do your own thing with it. I'm just going to do this bouncy line. They just starting in the middle. It's a bit of a wonky bouncy line, but that's okay. Let's do the same on the other side, or not the same. Don't pressure yourself with doing the same on the other side. Just pressure yourself with doing something similar. That is good. Silent thanks. Thank you for the tip, mate. Really appreciate that. 20 Pengu. Tip from Silent thanks, who's been a long-term supporter. What did you say? I think you were in the Discord and you said you can't. You've got to go. I didn't realise you were going from the Discord into abstract. Either way, it doesn't get. I don't care where you're watching from. The fact that you're there. And,
no, that was Volts. That was Volts that can't make it.
Oh, it was Volts that said it couldn't. I thought Silent Thax was in the. Yeah. Silent Thax was in the Discord as well. Said hello and then be right back.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool. I mean, Joff, have we got a preference where people watch?
Not really. Whatever's easiest for everyone. I mean, abstract's good for us because it helps with our engagement. Discord's great because, it's all inside the community. But whatever works for everyone else, really.
There you go. I should probably point out at this stage, Doodle on Discord is a product of the KorpDog's NFT project that Joff and I are co-founders of. And we're going to release loads of KorpDogs. There are going to be loads of PFPs. We're going to release them as NFTs at some stage. We're going to be doing that on abstract. So, and this session is to support that project. So, it does help us if you get over onto abstract. Yes, Adrian, I can see you. I've got a camera going straight into what you're doing. I imagine Adrian's now kind of furiously putting his lens caps on every single camera. Discorp, Discorp, hi, welcome to Discorp. Zoe says we should call it Discorp. That could work. You know me, mate. I like to use a bit of branding. Let's go and do the bottom teeth. Start at the middle, work your way out again. Bouncy line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over that side. So you know what I was saying about getting it symmetrical by starting in the middle? Doesn't always work. But I don't care either. Little mistakes like that. Some people are going to kind of think, okay, I've done the wrong amount of teeth in there. I'm going to have to start again. Nah, sod that. Do the wrong amount of teeth on purpose. In fact, knock a tooth out every now and then. And we're going to do that in a second. Let's go and throw a tongue in. We're going to go for level 1 tongue is just a curve all the way across. Level 2, let's upgrade it a little bit. Let's go and do this. It's 2 lines. Start on this tooth. Little flick down there. Start on the other tooth. Little flick across there. Look. There's our tongue. Colour the back of the mouth in black. This is that moment where I should probably say that we are doing an NFT giveaway at the end of this session. We haven't done it for a few weeks, but we are definitely doing it today. So, thank you everybody who's joined in, everybody who's watching. You will be in with a chance of winning. Well, just about everybody. If you're watching on the right channels, you'll be in with a chance of winning. We're trying it out today where any channel except Facebook. And that's not a strategic reason. That's just an inconvenience of being able to see who you are reason. But yeah, anybody who's watching, we're going to do an NFT giveaway. You could be in with a chance of winning an NFT. If you don't know what an NFT is, and I'm quite aware that some of you might not, don't worry, Joff's on hand. He will be able to help you get set up with a wallet and get set with collecting your own artwork on crypto. It's dead easy and it's not going to cost you hardly anything. Right, there we go. So yeah, the NFT we're giving away today is we're going to give you one of these. This is a Hooded Phantom from the Hooded Phantoms team. So specifically Sydney and Hero Bitbob. When I first started broadcasting on Abstract, Hero Bitbob is as you can see from the NFT there, he is a fantastic pixel artist, and it was just fascinating watching him kind of working on a live stream on how he animates pixel art. You know, I thought it was just create a drawing, put it through a filter that makes it into pixels. It's not like that at all. So I'd say a lot more complicated, but it's not complicated. It's a lot sexier than that. So that's what we're going to be giving away. If you want to know more about his project, that's a huge assumption that it's a fella. If you want to know more about their project, Sydney and Hero Bitbob's Hooded Phantoms, then can you see that little let me just move that out of the way. Look, there's the URL. It's 0x Hooded Phantom, 0x Hooded Phantom. Go and follow them on X, formerly known as Twitter. And that's what we're going to be giving away today. I should probably I didn't get a chance to bring this in, Joff, earlier, but I'm going to bring in our next giveaway as well. And I can't remember whether we're giving this away today or whether we're giving it away on next week. But we've also got some trash pandas. We've got some trash pandas that we're going to look at giving away.
They're this week. Yeah, they'll be this week as well.
There you go. They're this week. So yeah, if there's loads to win today, so if you're interested in winning one of those NFTs, then just hang around. At the end of the session, we'll be giving those away, and we try and do that every single week. Right, let's get back on with our drawing, shall we? With what we've done so far, we've got everything in. We've got the mouth. Let's go put the hair in next. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to work our way down with this. Start with the worm. Let's go across, and now when you get to the ear, just the tiniest of flicks past the pencil line. So from there, tiniest of flicks past the pencil line, okay? Double line it, get it wonky, get that strong intersection coming up there as well. Tracy says pandas are fun. I agree. Aid's got a lot of teeth in his dog. Good stuff. It's always lovely to see at that stage when you're kind of comparing other people's artwork. Some people throw loads of teeth in. Any kids that are joining in always put like the really sharp teeth with like bits of blood coming off the end. All the adults that are a little bit more secure They kind of put these nice round teeth in. Some people put just like one tooth at the top, like a snaggle tooth, is that what it's called? One tooth at the bottom, keeps it nice and easy. Half-caked Doodle Diaries. Ooh, that's an interesting idea instead of Doodle on Discord. Thank you, mate. That's not a bad idea at all. Doodle Diaries. That feels like a daily kind of thing as well, that we can do a regular thing. Rebecca says, sorry if I sound silly, but what does NFT mean? First of all, you don't sound silly. And secondly, Joff can explain exactly what NFT means.
This is me, is it? Okay, so the boring answer is non-fungible token. The slightly more interesting, sexier answer is it's digital art on the blockchain. So, yeah.
You had to finish it off with on the blockchain, didn't you?
Yeah, I ruined it, didn't I? It was going so well.
It was going so well. As soon as you left it as digital art, that was nice.
Yeah.
Imagine you own a painting or a picture by a famous artist. You own the original. Yeah, anybody can take photos, anybody can copy it, but you own the original, and nobody can take that away from you. That's what NFTs do. It's like a certificate of authenticity that's attached to a digital piece of artwork. So you own it in a digital way. I don't know if that's made any sense, but hopefully it has. We can try and answer more questions if you've got any more questions on that. Marty, cool. Thanks, mate, for joining in. Lexu Plexu, that's a great name. Is Alex from Romania? Any help with the Discord link, please? Thanks. There you go, Joff. If that's cool with you, mate, on YouTube. Alex needs a little bit of help with the Discord link. It's if anybody wants to know, it's discord.gg/KorpDogs. But Joff will drop it in a few places as well. Where was we now? Yeah, let's kind of get back on with this, shall we? So what we're going to do is we're going to come up the ear now. So up the ear, go wonky, maybe a little flick off. Let's flick it off up the top there. Double line it, strong intersection down the bottom. You can be doing the same on the other side if you want. In fact, let's go and do that. Just a little flick in there. Go up top, little flick off. Look at it, wonky all over the place. Then we're going to bring that line back down the side here until we get to about this point at the bottom. Let me just zoom out just a little tiny bit so you can see the whole page. There we go. So we're going to bring that line down. But as we bring down that line, we're going to do what I call a lazy zigzag. It's just going to come out and go back in. Come out and go back in. That kind of thing, okay? So just come down that line. Just come out, go back in. Come down that line, come out, go back in. And do that randomly. Okay, so we've got two fairly close together. So what I'll do is I'll just then leave it a bit of a gap and then do another one just there. Finish off. Try and do the same kind of thing on the other side, but without it being a mirrored copy. So maybe come down a little bit further. Do two really close together and a bigger one there. I don't know. How does that look? Double line all of that. Maybe even flick in, look. For these bits of fur, just flick in just a little tiny bit. How does that look? Try it out. My main teaching technique is to try things out. If it works, carry on doing it. If it doesn't work, don't do it anymore. Drawing really is as simple as that. Or getting better at drawing is as simple as that. There we go. So we've made them double wonky. Last thing we're going to do before we just have a little bit of fun with a thinner pen. And yeah, we do need to wrap on. Oh, Jessica's just dropped in on the Discord. Hi, Jessica. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thank you for joining in. Last thing we're going to do, let's try and put this dog in a hole. So I'm just going to bring this line down a little bit further that side, a little bit further that side. So I've got some shape to work with. Now, you remember how we did the hole up here where the worm came out the head? We're going to do the same kind of thing. Essentially, it's a capital C. The back of the capital C is fallen on its back. Back of the capital C needs to touch these two lines, okay? It is as easy as that. So let's go from there, look. Back of the capital C. Touching those two lines and just flick it in there. Okay? Easy as that, yeah? Let's double line that. So what you can see just down there, look, that line of the dog coming down has just gone on the wrong side of that pencil line. So this is where double lining really helps you out, because then we can just grab that little mistake and we hide it. Rebecca, I'm glad that made a bit more sense to you. If there's one thing that I think most crypto people are scared of, is explaining to somebody that doesn't know much about crypto what an NFT is. And I think that's just literally because they struggle to explain it. But yeah, I hope we've explained it well to you, Rebecca. Right, last little bit then. Let's put with our fat pen. Maybe a little chin as well. Last little bit of that fat pen though. That line of going across there, that curve that we've got going across there. Let's just bring that down, just there. Remember how we did it around the worm hole? Let's do it around the dog hole as well. I don't know why we've got a dog coming out of a hole and a worm coming out of its head. It doesn't really matter too much. Silent X makes a very good point that abstract helps with the XP, so awards us points. So even if you don't tip or anything like that, if the fact that you're a new user going and watching us on abstract, that will help a lot. Right, let's go and put in, let's just put in a chin. Double-ended flick off. Put in a chin and then maybe flick a few V's. Just flick a few little V's around. Flicking the V's, just a nice little way of creating some fur. Like that. Do you want to make that fur stick out a little bit? Let me show you a little way of making that fur stick out. So I will zoom in. And we are just about to wrap up. We're like 30 seconds away from wrapping up. Most of you will know that 30 seconds usually means about another 5 minutes for me. But let's make this bit of fur over here stick out. What we can do, let's just put a shadow in there. See how it makes that fur stick out? Let's do one there as well. Just neat little tricks of how to make things, how to give it a little bit of depth with a few little bits of line work. I've not put any pupils in. Do you want to put pupils in? Put some pupils in, have them hanging off that top eyelid, leave some little reflections in. 9 times out of 10, if you get to the end of your artwork and you're thinking it doesn't look quite right, it's usually because you've not got any reflections in your pupils. Your character is going to look dead without those reflections. Don't get me wrong, if you're drawing a zombie, that's exactly what you want to do, but we're not drawing a zombie today, we're drawing a dog. Okay, I'm going to go in with my thin pen now. This is a time where we just have a little bit of fun, so it's generally over to you on how you want to put in the rest of your details. In the meantime, Joff and I are going to just quickly figure out how we're going to do the draw. Have you got the Wheel of Losers, Joff? Any chance of joining with the Wheel of Losers as a second feed?
Just get that.
And the Wheel of Losers. So for those of you, I'll carry on drawing, and I'll talk to you about the Wheel of Losers. Let's get back on with up here. Look. Thank you, Joff. I'll drop you into the feed in a second. Right, we're back on with the drawing. Thin pen. What we're going to do? So other end of the pen aid. All we're going to do is just go and put some more little details in. So you can just flick a few little lines. Look, let's reinforce that this is a worm. Just flick a few little curves. Maybe in this bit, look, just put some little lines going top to bottom just to shade that out. Okay, did you see that? Was that too far out? Just little lines like that, just to shade things out. Maybe we can make this worm wet by putting in a bubble writing exclamation mark up there, a bubble writing exclamation mark down there. Just makes that worm look a little bit more wet. Do you want to put a face on that worm? Why not? I've just done what I've told everybody not to do, which is not put reflections in eyes, but there we go. Little W for a mouth, 2 little circles, little W for the mouth. We've got a little face in there. Strand Crab from Thailand. Thanks, mate. Appreciate you joining in. I can't get people to tune in from Stamford. I live in Stamford in the UK. I can't get people to tune in from Stamford, but I can get people tuning in from Thailand. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Well, let's go and put some more little details in. So the reason I like this thin pen, fat pen combo is because your thin pen lines aren't going to interfere with your fat pen lines. So what I mean by that is these eyes look like they're just standing out a little bit too much for me. What I'm going to do is just put some lines top to bottom all the way across these eyes with this thin pen. And you see what it does? It just takes it down a tone. So instead of being bright white, we've now got this like mid-tone, this like grayscale kind of effect coming out. But all these extra lines that we're putting in there don't really interfere with the primary line. So it still looks like a set of eyes. If you did that with a fat pen, it would look terrible. Do it with a thin pen, it's going to look great. Let's go down and do the same on the tongue. Just loads of little lines, top to bottom. all the way across. If anybody wants to share their artwork, now's the time to share your artwork. Go and jump in the Discord, share it in there. If you do that, I will drop it into the stream as well. So Jessica, I've just seen your post on the Discord. Thank you for that. What else are we going to do? Let's just go and put some little spots and things in our character. So with our thin pen, maybe a few little spots and things. Maybe some little lines coming down on these holes. We're definitely 30 seconds away, so we are going to do our NFT giveaway in a moment. I'm going to go back to my fat pen. If you're thinking about things you want to put on the outsides, just go and put some ink splat. So I did that little test there. Don't like that little test. I'm going to get rid of it. It was just a pen test to see how thick the pen was. Let's do some ink splats. Look. Don't think about it too much. Just throw them all over the place. Tracy, that looks amazing. Silenthax, you've got to do some drawing as well. So let's just bring Silenthax's drawing in. In fact, no, Silenthax, I'm going to save you and Tracy until we're finished here. Tracy, that looks great with the bone on the top. I always like to put a few little flies in as well on mine. So I'm going to put a fly in. And a little dotted line to show it's coming out of the ear. Let's do a little dotted line to put another fly in that side. If you're doing flies, always put one upside down as well. Makes it look more realistic. Makes your scene look more realistic. Okay, how are we doing? We are finished with our drawing tutorial there. Last thing I will say to you is if you like what you've done, put your name on it. If you don't like it, put somebody else's name on it. I'm going to go nice and big. What is that? Yeah, I'm going to go nice and big with my name. Up the top there, where everybody can see it. And the middle bit looks a little bit like a crown. Is kind of where I was going with it. There we go. I don't like that. Let's colour that bit in. You see what I mean? If you don't like it, just go over it. Just make it disappear. Yeah, that's worse. Right, stop. Stop there. Make sure you sign your artwork so we can see what you've done. That'll be awesome. Okay, right, we've got our last few seconds. So what's going to happen now is just finish off your artwork, drop it into the Discord, do whatever you need to do. We're just going to take a few seconds. I'm going to bring in some of the artists that have been drawing in the Discord, bring their artwork in so we can see how they've been getting on as well. So yeah, let's just wait on that. How are we doing there then? So drop it in. Let's go and see Silenthax first. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. Age, you'll be so proud of me, mate. I'm creating scenes. I'm editing scenes on the fly. I did that. Let's bring in. Here we go. That's from Silenthax. Look at that. So it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. It doesn't have to be a worm coming out of the head. Silenthax has done a tentacle coming out of the head. And look at those big black eyes as well. It looks a lot more almost human-like with those eyes. And nice work with stacking up the teeth. Awesome. Cheers, Silenthax. That's looking great. Let's give a quick look at Tracy's as well. Not many people in the Discord today. Discord is the only real way we've got of you being able to share your artwork with us. So going forward, if you want to join us every Wednesday, watch wherever you want. If you want to watch on YouTube and then just drop your artwork into Discord, you can do that. But it's always a nice way of being able to get your artwork shown on the live stream as well. So there's Tracy's. Check out that. Looks amazing. Look at that bone that Tracy's done at the top. Look at those little tiny lines that Tracy's done for the shadow around the bottom of the bone. Just gives it that little bit more shape, that little bit more depth. And top work on your worm there. You know me, mate. I do love a worm. Awesome stuff. Thank you guys for sharing. Let me just see if there's any. That's all we've got so far. Right. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much for taking part. We're now up to 60 viewers across all platforms. So I appreciate you guys who have been sharing as well. Jessica, oh my God, no, stupid YouTube didn't give me a notification. Every Wednesday, mate. This time every Wednesday. If you don't get any notifications, sign up to my newsletter. I send out a newsletter. I usually just reminding people when the session's about to go live. So I sent one out a couple of hours ago. So you could do that. A smaller pen, your thinner pen is heavier. Yeah, it might be, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. I think as well, your brand new Sharpies that you've got are going to be thinner than they normally are. So there might be a little bit of that in it. But yeah, let me know how you get on. You in the community, post it in the community as your first piece of artwork. I always love to see people's first pieces. Strange Crab, I'd like to know where you got your drawing ideas from. I really don't know, Strange Crab. In the Corp Academy, I have a theme every week for something that I'm going to draw, and then I just kind of draw stuff. So one of the themes would be drips. The theme for the week would be drips. So I'll draw snot, I'll draw pizzas, I'll draw something wet, and so that's where I kind of get my ideas from. KorpDogs is my IP. It's something I've drawn for a long time now. And there's loads and loads of different variations because they come from an NFT collection, a generative NFT collection. These KorpDogs come with loads of ears, loads of eyes, loads of noses, loads of mouths, loads of body shapes. And so therefore, there's loads of different things we can draw, which is why I like drawing them. Right, so I hope that answers your question. Who's this? This is Artsy Natty. Artsy Natty's done a drawing as well. But yeah, it's... why is it on his side? There we go. I got to say, I didn't bring it in on its side. Artsy Natty posted it on its side. Artsy Natty, what was you up to? Nicely signed. Look at the little face on the worm. Artsy Natty's a lot wider as well, and a little bit wider on one side than the other side. Makes it look like your character's kind of looking over, not that way, looking over that way a little bit more. That looks really cool, mate. Little shadows around those bits of fur down the bottom is really nice as well. Excellent stuff, Artsy Natty. Thank you very much for sharing yours. Okay. Let's Joff, are you ready for us to do the Wheel of Losers? Should we move over?
I say looks got just everyone not on this set.
Wow. What was that? Joff, that was you're coming through like you've been taken over by something out of Doctor Who. Yeah, mate. Do you want to drop out and come back in again, mate? The audio was terrible. Anybody else hearing that audio, or was it just me? Just me hearing that. He'll be back in a second, don't worry. Hey, John.
How's that now?
Yeah, that's better. Look at this aid. Doing it all on the fly. Making it up as we're going along. Nice work, Joff. You okay to bring in as he's really done it. He's good. What is Stephen? Yeah, you can post on X. Jessica, subscribe to Corp Academy, and I don't know how to post my drawing. Are you in the Corp Academy community? I mean, just go to korpacademy.com. Make sure you log in. Go to your library. Go to and get into the community that way. And yeah, just you should be able to post it when you get into your library and go into the community. It's very much like a mini kind of Facebook. So it's just a wall of everybody's artwork, just with no adverts, no trash. It's just our trash, our artistic trash that's in there. But yeah, if you're struggling, email me, send me a message, get in touch somehow, and I can walk you through it, mate. Thank you, Jessica. Mika, the Cyclones. Yeah, he did sound a little bit weird, didn't he? Cheers, AIDS. All right, let's get into it. So, yeah, the Wheel of Losers. It was originally called the Wheel of Winners, but we decided that most people on there are actually going to lose rather than win. So there it is. We've got a Wheel of Losers. Go, do me a favour, just check your name is in there. Go and check your name is definitely in there somewhere. Some people are in there twice. Can't remember why that. Oh man, audio's dropped out as well. You're gone again, mate. You're gone again. Maybe it's joining in with as a second feed that's caused it. I don't know. Could be that. Either way, should we? So we're gonna spin this. We're gonna spin this wheel, and what will happen is it will land on one person. That one person will be winning a. Jessica says she likes Robot Joff. I think everybody likes Robot Joff. Excellent. I like the upgrade, mate. Nice one. I think I know what we're doing from here, though, so I'm more than happy to take the lead if you can press the button for spinning the wheel. So first one we're going to do is we're going to spin this wheel, and this is going to be... Should we do it for the Hooded Phantom first? So we'll do it for the Hooded Phantom and see who's going to win our Hooded Phantom. Where's Joff? First winner gets Hooded Phantom. Yeah, here we go. We're spinning. Just dropped my HD card. It's going to be Tracy. Is it going to be Tracy? It's going to go Steve. It's gone to Steve. Well done, Steve. Steve, where were you watching from? And Steve, are you still there? Do us a favour, Steve. Just get in touch somehow with us. Whatever platform you're watching on, send us a message and let us know, and we'll hook you up with your Hooded Phantom. I'm dead jealous of the Hooded Phantom. I'm a real fan of pixel art. I don't actually own much in the way of pixel art on crypto. But yeah, you've just won yourself your first piece. Majo, thank you. I'm glad you're loving it. Steve, if you're there, let us know you're there. Hope you like it. And yeah, if you're new to crypto, we can sort you out with a wallet and stuff like that. So we'll help you along the way. But yeah, well done, Steve, and cheers, Joff, for doing that. We're going to reset now. Joff, how many trash pandas? We're running for a trash panda. First trash panda is. Oh, it was nearly Rebecca, but it's Mika. Mika, congratulations. Mika, I know, is one of my community members. So I'm really pleased that it's staying within the community. Well done, Mika. Joff, let me know in the chat. Is it 4? Is it 4 trash pandas we're giving away? Because we've got another 3 runs to do, or is it just 1? 4 in total. We've got 4 trash pandas. So well done. Who was it? Rebecca. Well done, Rebecca. Let's go and see who's winning our second trash panda. We love the trash pandas. It's going to be Tash. It's going to be Tash who vacated us based on having to parent, which is very dull. Mika says it's their first NFT. Excellent. Joff, we're doing things here. We're bringing people in. We're starting your collection, and it's not costing you hardly a thing. I don't think it'll cost you anything. I think we'll be able to set you up with a wallet, transfer it over to you. You're the owner of digital arts. Third trash panda, let's go for it. Trash panda number 3 is going to... Is it going to Adrian? Oh, it's just missed out. It's Mardy. Mardy, I think you were on YouTube as well, weren't you? Spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Sorry, Aid, you were so close, mate. So close. Zoe, you just have to be here to be in with the chance of winning. Best is to get into the Discord. How many have we done there, Joff? Was that 4? Are we spinning again? I think we've got one more spin, haven't we? Last one. Good luck, everybody. Last spin. Who's going to win it? You can win twice, I think. Yeah, well done, everybody who's won so far. Okay, what? Alec Savici. Congratulations, Alec Savici. You're a winner as well. So you guys that have won, yeah, we've given away 5 NFTs today. That's what we do. That's what KorpDogs do. KorpDogs is the creative community. We're all about kind of getting you creative, getting you drawing, but also growing your art collection as well. So yeah, that's all we're trying to do. We do that in 2 ways. One is through these drawing lessons and through access to my Corp Academy where I can teach you to draw. And the second is through these art giveaways. We just want to give away as much art as possible to people that really that love it and want to collect it. Right, nice one. Thank you. Yeah, Zoe, please make sure you and the boys join next week. Yeah, we're here every week, same time every week. I would say 8 o'clock, but 8 o'clock is for you, Zoe. Yeah, everybody else who's all over the rest of the world. Just imagine an hour ago, this time next week, that's where you need to be, okay? So, yeah, just make sure you join in. I think we are done now. So yeah, I just want to thank you all again for tuning in for today's Doodle on Discord. Well done, everybody that's won an NFT. Well done, everybody that's taken the time to join in with the KorpDogs drawing as well. So yeah, do me a favour, post your KorpDogs drawing, tag me. I love to see what you've all been doing, and yeah, Joff and I will.
Before you go, Corp.
Oh, Joff's in. Yes, Joff.
Yeah. How's the mic now? Is it robot Joff or regular?
I think you're good. No, it's sexy,
Okay,
Joff.
cool. Excellent. What robot Joff wasn't sexy? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I've got people's contact details before the chat disappears. So Steve Weiss. Do we
Steve.
know Steve Weiss?
Steve, are you still there? Get back to us. Where was Steve?
Oh, Steve was asking about the Pigmographic 2. So clearly someone that's art.
Somebody that
adjacent.
knows a little bit about drawing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
drop. Mika and Tash, I think you've got details for.
Yeah, I know them too.
Cool. Mardi. I've just pinged.
Don't know Mardi. So yeah, if you did win, just get in touch with us if we can't get in touch with you.
And then Alex Savici as well, please.
Alex, get in touch. Send us a message. We will scour the chat and get in touch with you. If let's give everyone 24 hours, Joff. Let's give those people that we haven't been able to get in touch with. You got 24 hours to message us, myself or Joff, and yeah, and we can help you get your NFT. Okay, so don't waste. Any other announcements from you, Joff?
I think that's it for this week. Yeah, I think just keep a lookout on Abstract and on X. See when we're going live again. I think we're going to try and do some more live streams throughout the week. But otherwise, yeah, see you next week. Same time, awesome. Same back channel.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you all next week. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.